On the dry hill stood one olive tree still green, watered by hands no one had seen. Epictetus taught that it is never the thing that wounds us, only the judgment we keep about it. Damon had kept his judgment for 30 years. When he was a boy, his grandfather's last olive tree had gone yellow in a drought, and the old man begged him each morning to carry up the water. But Theron, the neighbor, had shamed Damon at the well that summer, called him a thief in front of the whole village. So the boy let the tree die, not from forgetting, but from spite. To spite a world that had spat on him. His grandfather said nothing. He only sat under the bare branches until he too was gone. 30 years passed. Damon kept his own grove now, low on the slope, and above him, on the worst ground, Theron grew old and poor and alone, with one olive tree left to his name. The drought came back the way old droughts do, and Damon saw the leaves on Theron's tree begin to yellow, the same sick gold he had watched once before. No one would have blamed him for letting it die. The man had ruined his name. The whole village still remembered who had been wronged and who had done the wronging. He could have stood in his own green grove and watched the leaves curl and called it justice. The debt finally paid in kind. He felt how right it would feel. He was honest enough to feel it. Then, before the village woke, while the stars were still out, Damon climbed the hill with 2 heavy jars and poured the water slow around the roots of his enemy's tree. He told no one. He waited for no thanks. He gave up the one thing 30 years had let him keep, the right to be owed an apology, the proof that he was the one in the right. Each dawn he went up in the dark, and each dusk the tree held a little more green. Theron never knew whose hands had saved it, and on the last morning before the light came, Damon cut a small living shoot from the dead stump of his grandfather's tree and bound it into the side of the one he had brought back, and tied the cloth, and did not look to see if anyone was watching the hill.